Okay, for my peer review, I am reviewing Paige Hanson's composition work. It is pretty evident from her photos that a lot of them came from around campus because it has a very urban theme to it, and a lot of the settings, many of them are within buildings that I can even recognize around campus. But I understand it's kind of hard to get off of campus as a college student sometimes. She does have a few pictures that there's just a pop of random color, so it really makes it stand out. Like this photo of this red wooden chair against those line of bushes and a fence. I thought this one was pretty interesting. But aside from that, you can also tell that she tries to use lines in some of her photos, especially this one of the bench. And you can also see the shadow it's casting on the ground. But then on the other side, she also takes a pretty interesting perspective of that handrail and looking straight up the middle of it. Creates some interesting lines and a focal point on that building. She also just takes some pictures of some really everyday objects that I wouldn't think to take photos of myself, like a room number sign outside of a classroom, as well as a fire alarm. In addition to those, she also seems to try to use light and shadow in a few of her photos. I think one that I actually find really cool is this one. It looks like it's taken out of the Whitehall classroom building. But, I mean, it's pretty dark for the most part, but then you get that light pouring in angles through those big windows onto that dark floor and the wood trim within the building, which I thought was a really interesting contrast. As you go down further throughout, she also tries to take advantage of some repetition of objects, which ends up creating a pattern. The two that stand out the most for those traits for me are these two photos. This one with the line of chairs down the hallway. They're all the exact same style of chair, as well as the next one with the repeating rows of desks and chairs. I mean, most of us, I'm sure, think that it's a pretty dull thing to look at when we walk in a room, but just looking at it from this perspective as a photo composition just kind of takes a new light to it, for me at least. She does end up getting a few outdoor photos, which I think is a good contrast to all of the indoor photos, because that kind of gave me an industrial feel. But I do like that she got a few snowy landscape pictures. I thought those were interesting, especially because I'm a person that likes to be outdoors a lot. Overall, I think she did a pretty good job with what she had to work with as far as her references in location, but maybe try to branch out just a little bit more. But overall, I feel like she did pretty good. Thank you.